Hi, thanks for joining me today. It's Friday and I am going to be making delicious fish tacos. Now these are going to be grilled in the air fryer actually. And so I guess they're really going to be cooked. I was trying to decide if I should cook them on the grill, but I decided tonight I'm going to cook them in the air fryer. I'm just going to season them up. And I have a couple different kinds of tortillas I'm going to use. I have a corn tortilla. Now this, I couldn't find a small size. This is a pretty big one. These are 52 calories each, but they're, I guess called a king size corn tortilla. And then I've got these 0 net carb tortillas. It says they're keto friendly. There are 7 grams of carbohydrate, but there's 7 grams of fiber. So I'm gonna do a little taste test between the 0 carb tortilla, the flour, and one of the corn tortillas. So we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna get the fish seasoned up and just get ready to put it in the air fryer. So this is the fish I'm gonna be using. It's a really nice cod that I get from Costco. I'm gonna put a little bit of this parsley garlic seasoning on it. I've got a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt, not a lot, but a little bit, and then some paprika. And I'm just gonna kinda spread that over it, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. Then I'm gonna throw it in the air fryer. This is gonna be so good. This is the best cod. I've been getting it at Costco for quite a while. It's very, very, very tasty. It's a nice firm cod and it comes out perfect every time. So that's it. Let me go ahead and get that cooked up and I'll show you how it looks. So this is a mixture I made of cabbage, red onions, tomatoes, and cilantro. I shredded up a little bit of carrots to put in it. And all I'm gonna do is add a little bit of salt and pepper and a little bit of garlic powder. Now this is the one, oh, it's so hard to open. This is the one with the parsley in it. And I'm also going to put some lime juice over it. Now all I'm gonna do is squeeze some lime juice over this. And then I'm gonna put some plastic over it. And I'm gonna put that on my taco. Just like so. I put in actually the juice of a whole lime. And that's all I'm gonna put on that, along with the seasonings and those different vegetables. Oh, they smell so good. The side dish that we're gonna be making today with our fish tacos are actually some air fryer onion rings. Now I have a white onion, I've already peeled it, and I'm gonna cut it into slices, and then I'm gonna show you how I prep it for the air fryer. It's really easy. So all we're gonna do is cut these slices into like 1/4-inch pieces, like so. We're gonna cut them all, try to get them as even as possible. Now the ones in the middle, of course, are gonna be bigger, they're gonna be fatter. Gotta be careful, this is a pretty sharp knife. It doesn't look like it, but it is. And this one here, I'm actually gonna cut it in half. I know it's not as pretty to have half of an onion, but even then I have to be really careful. Like so. And I like the white onions, they're really good. I like the brown onions too, but the white ones just are usually a little bit milder. So all we're gonna do is I'm actually gonna take out that little green piece in the middle, and we're just gonna make these into little rings that we're then going to go through a little bit of a process and then put into the air fryer. So all you're going to do is take your onion rings and just kind of dredge them in the flour. Now you're not going to pick up a lot of flour, but they're going to take some of that moisture off the onion. Then you're going to go ahead and dip it in the milk. Oh, I forgot to tell you before we do that, we're going to add our seasonings. I have paprika, my own dehydrated seasonings. I've got some cumin, some garlic, onion powder, salt, and pepper. So I'm going to add those to the panko breadcrumbs and just give those a little swoosh. And then we're just going to put our onion right inside. And as you can see, it's just a really easy process. You just want to make sure that you get as much of the panko breadcrumbs on the onion rings as possible. That's what's going to really make them taste delicious. So here's the first one. I'm just going to put it in the air fryer, and then I'll show you what I do after this. I have a lot of onion rings. I don't know how they're all going to fit in there, but I might try the biggest ones first so that I can have that with my fish. I'm just going to do a couple of these, just show you how simple it is. And then I will get the air fryer started. Now I put my air fryer on about 400 degrees. I think it's going to take anywhere between 8 and 10 minutes. I'm not sure exactly until I make them, and I know I'm supposed to have a wet hand and a dry hand. I always forget when I'm going through this, but I'll try to remember. Now the next thing that I do, and I do this every time I use my air fryer, is I just put a little bit of cooking spray on the top, and that's just to help brown it a little bit. So I'm just gonna put it in my air fryer at 400 degrees, and I'm gonna set that so I can check it in 8 minutes, but I'm thinking maybe 10 to 12 minutes. So the last step of these fish tacos is just taking some of this fish and this topping and putting it all together. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of the cabbage, tomatoes, onion, and salsa that's already got some of that delicious lime on it. A little on this, a little on that. It already looks and smells delicious. And what was actually the, I guess it was the motivator to make this, was this dressing I saw over at Aldi. It's a salsa ranch. I've never tried it before, but I thought it sounded really good on these tacos. I am just going to put a little bit of that on. Now, if you prefer the crema from, the grocery store, you can try that. This just smells heavenly. So my onion rings are also done. So I'm gonna scoot some of this out of the way. Actually, I'm gonna eat these first and I'll work on the onion rings in a few minutes. But let me do a sampling of the tacos. So this is the little flour tortilla. Just gonna bend it. Oh, this smells so good. Oh my gosh. That is delicious. Very good. Let me try the corn tortilla. Now this one's a bigger taco. That's what I'm talking about. That is so good. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat these and then eat my onion rings. Okay, I decided to try the onion rings while they're hot. I'm just gonna put them on a separate plate so I can eat them together. So these just came out of the air fryer. And I like mine with ketchup. Mmm. Those are delicious. Mmm. Very good. Mmm. Really crunchy. All right. Well, thank you for joining me. I'm going to give this Friday night fish taco and onion ring dinner a good talking to. Thank you for joining me. I hope that you will give this a try. I'm going to put as much of the recipe as I can in the description box, but I'll be honest with you, a lot of it is your own taste. This really isn't a menu item that I saw. It was really more what I thought I would enjoy. So thank you for coming with me, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.